My pastor. My pastor I will not forget. He wasn't my first choice to read my favorite gospel hymns with his low raspy voice. He couldn't seem to keep a beat or hit a single note. He once admitted to us all he sounded like a goat. At times a sermon he'd forget, sometimes he'd drop his cane. Most thought he was a special man, but some a bit insane. Though he was sometimes questioned by his well-intentioned peers, a wisdom came to flourish from vast Bible-reading years. He often had a part-time job, yet seemed to be around to answer all my crazy calls with questions more profound. Although he eased my fears and pain, he had fears of his own. Because we never heard complaints, his ills were rarely known. He sometimes lost his glasses and a few announcements too. His pocket watch would sometimes stop. He fell a time or two. His clumsiness was obvious. He spilled his water cup. Though Satan tried distracting him, he never did give up. So preach he did each Monday morn, through baby's cries or cough. He'd speak a while and then some more, till Grandpa dozed right off. His speech would race emotions great. He'd tell us of God's Son, who had to die to save the lost, for me and everyone. Once Grandpa sawed his logs quite loud. Who knew what Grandpa dreamed? Yet Pastor never missed a beat. So futile preaching seemed. Sometimes I'd reminisce when he would knock on Grandpa's door to visit him when he was sick, then hear dismiss his snore. But higher still than Grandpa's snore his words echoed above. He'd pound down in my hardened heart the softness of God's love. I'll not forget his altar calls, his passion plea to come, to lay my every burden down, so Christian I'd become. And one thing more I'll not forget, in sermons through the weeks, that he loved every one of us. The proof ran down his cheeks. My pastor I will not forget. He wasn't my first choice, delighted though I'd be again to hear that raspy voice. We love you, Pastor, you're sincere. Oh, how we all recall the many ways we challenged you. You rose above it all. There's so much more you did for us, compassion you could share. You've walked the talk so faithfully, so this begins our prayer. Dear Jesus, hear us. Give this man a very special place. You'll know him when you see him there, for he reflects your grace. Today we'll reminisce and miss past times that slipped away. We thank you for our pastor and his very special way.